Dolphins fans, look who's here! Jose Mora! Jose Mora! Jose Mora! It's Jose Mora! And Willy Fins here with you on this Thursday afternoon talking about some Dolphins news, Dolphins rumors. It's the bye week. The Dolphins are taking the week off, but we're not taking the week off here at Dolphins Today. We're still live. We're still getting you guys content, and I want to know, where are you watching from? Shout out your city down in the comment section. I want to know, where are you at in the world? We got viewers from all over the world. I know my guy John Ruiz in Miami Gardens, per usual. Brad is watching. Polo J is in Miami. We got Reese in Sioux City, Iowa. Yes, sir. We got Dominic Lamar. He's in Miami. John Ruiz in Miami Gardens. Jason's in Tampa. Cesar Diaz is in Miami Gardens as well. We got Brad up there in New York, Jets country. Robert Jarvis in Falcons country, Peachtree City, Georgia. John Ruiz, stay patient. Jeremy Chuggs is here.
Hey!
There's Jeremy Chuggs.
Let's go!
Producer Jeremy Chuggs. Give some shout-outs, bro. Who do we got and where are they watching?
Got somebody from Abilene, Texas. Somebody from Elk River, Minnesota. San Jose Bay Area. Stand up! Fort Lauderdale, Miami Gardens, Nassau, Bahamas. Hey, a Bahama mama.
Oh, nice.
Let's go. Ralph Miller in Boca, fan since 1967. OG Mel Schindler from Mel Schindler Tamarack. Wow. Zealous Smoke from Middletown, Pennsylvania. Tim's checking in from North Carolina. Orlando Gomez from Rich Grove, California.
James Harrison is in Binghamton, New York. Shout out Nurchi's Pizza. James Harrison, that's the best pizza, some of the best pizza I've ever had. Let me know if you like Nurchi's Pizza, James. I'm curious. I would literally, when I was driving back to Syracuse, I would go out of my way to stop in Binghamton and have Nurchi's Pizza. Let's freaking go. He says abso-effing-lutely.
Guys,
Nurchi's Pizza.
I checked the latest odds. The Bills are still the odds-on favorite.
What?
To win the AFC
How are the
East.
Bills still the favorite?
Vegas thinks the Bills are still winning the AFC
The
East.
Bills are cowards. They're trying to move their game to Detroit because of the snowstorm. Hey,
Miami would never.
They were giving us a hard time about our home field advantage with the heat. They have a home field advantage with the snow, and they don't even want to play their own home field advantage.
Miami would never move their game.
They are
for
trying to move the game to Detroit because they're scared of the snow, Chugs.
Weak.
What a joke.
Absolutely
What
weak.
a joke. You know, they're not in first place right now. The Dolphins are. Oh! Jose Mora! Jose Mora! Jose Mora! It's Jose Mora! Jose Mora! Jose Mora! Jose Mora! It's Jose Mora! $20 super chat from one of our super chat Ring of Honor members, Miami-Dade, born and raised, but now I live in Warner Robins, Georgia. Let's go. You're the best, Will. No, you're the best, Jose Mora. We really appreciate
Lord
you, man.
Jose.
$20 super
Lord
chat.
Jose. Lord Jose. Lord Jose. Lord Jose.
And you can become a lord or lady if you go to establishedtitles.com/chat. They are sponsoring today's show. It's a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land. We're flying over my land right now with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. We plant a tree with every order and work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future, to support global reforestation efforts. I'm Lord William Scott. I got that official proclamation in the mail. How cool is that? And you could do the same by becoming a lord or lady. You could put that title on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles. It makes for a great last-minute gift. The first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or lady, we can build our own Dolphins Kingdom over there in Scotland. How does that sound to you, little Dolphins Kingdom in Scotland, Jeremy Chubb?
I love it.
And they got to take advantage because Established Titles is doing a massive early Black Friday sale.
Ooh.
Get this, not 20% off, not 60% off.
Oh, no.
80% off. Discounts up
to
80% off. Plus, you can save an additional 10% if you go to that link right there, establishedtitles.com/chat, and use promo code chat. They got to take advantage. It's a fantastic deal.
Fear the Kilt. He's a lord.
Fear the Kilt is Lord Campbell. I'm Lord Scott. You can become a lord or lady as well by going to establishedtitles.com/chat, promo code chat.
Get out of my swamp, donkey!
Will the Dolphins win the AFC? Let me know down in the comment
me.
section. That's all right. It's all right.
Huge
It's
L.
all right. It happens, Chugs. Can't win them all. Can't win them all.
You got to catch them all.
Oh, my goodness. Give some shout-outs here, Chugs.
Let's see. Who's saying yes, that they still think the Dolphins can win the AFC West? John Ruiz, he believes. James Harrison, he believes. Angel on COD M says yes. Batman, I'm Batman, says yes. Alan Plager says yes. James Marine, we don't need OBJ. He's going to Dallas. We need another corner. I don't know, James. We'll talk about it later, I think. Maybe in one of the mailbags. Mauricio, why? Hugh Janus says yes. Chris says yes. Dante Bersotti Music says yes. Joffrey Johnson says, hell yeah. Chappelle Chaps, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Ken Odom, yes. Robert Jarvis says yes. Life Less Ordinary says, hell to the yes.
Yes.
Hell to the yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you know what Miami has? Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ground, they're always in control.
And when you're talking Miami, you're talking Super Bowl because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number one. Hey, hey,
because we're the
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number one.
Shout out to Jose Mora. He's currently
Shout
our
out to
Super
T-Pain.
Chat. Oh, dude, that T-Pain version of that song is fire. Shout out everyone watching. We appreciate y'all. We got 4 segments on today's show. First time we've ever done that. Here is our Super Chat menu. Jose Mora sent in a 20-piece, so we'll do a little Tua song here in a second. Every Super Chat, shake that fin. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. $5. Willy Fins! James is saying shake that fin. Every $50 we get in Super Chats, I will do the Dolphins fight song. Every $100, we'll do a little beer bong for you. A little what did they call this?
Merbonga.
Merbonga. It's ocean themed. So for the Dolphins specifically. Hugh wants to see a beer bong. Every $100, we'll do one. That is the plan. And I do want to shout out somebody very special here in a second, Chugs. We got that player card.
Oh, yes.
Last week's Super Chat MVP was, drum roll please, Vigo. Shout out to Vigo. He was our Week 10 MVP. And because we don't have a game this week, who's going to be the Week 11 MVP? Well, that's going to be decided right now during this watch party. So it's currently Jose Mora. It's Jose Mora with a $20 super chat that he sent in earlier. So Week 10 MVP is Vigo. Right now, the leader for the Week 11 MVP is Jose Mora. I love that song. I love all of the songs that we got for our loyal subscribers here at Dolphins Today. John Ruiz shouting out Vigo. Dave Whitting shouting out. Dave, remember when I couldn't get your last name right? Remember that? That was a long time ago. I got your name locked. Dave Whitting shouting out Vigo. That's my guy. Like this video, guys. We got over 100 people watching and only 30 likes right now.
Let's get the show going.
Let's get the show going.
Fins up, baby.
Let's get the show going. Hit that thumbs up icon. We have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 segments on today's show. Bang! 2 mailbags. We got some news and rumors and a little interesting segment that we have. Would you like to know what it is?
Of course.
We are doing a to-do list for the Dolphins bye week. So what do the Dolphins have to do during the bye week?
Little checklist.
A little checklist. We've got 5 steps, 5-step plan.
You going to check it twice?
You know, remember, did you watch Zach and Cody? Cody had that 5-step plan for dating Bailey. 5-step plan. 5-step plan. I might need to take Cody's dating advice and have a little 5-step plan.
Oh, well.
Like this video if you love the Fins.
Yeah,
we're
Bob,
at 41 likes right now.
And Dominic and Sue did
that was crazy.
Go to the Eagles.
You know,
they're yelling across the hall right
now. Oh, the Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. The Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. Change the title. We got to put this in. Oh, let's freaking go.
I got you.
Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. The Dolphins have brought back Brennan Scarlett. They have brought back Brennan Scarlett. This is breaking as we speak. The Dolphins have brought back Brennan Scarlett. He is the Emmanuel Ogbah replacement. We will get this organized. Oh my gosh, this is great. I had a feeling the Dolphins were going to do something today, and they did. If you could please post in Prati for them to get a cut. Let's freaking go. This is great. Brennan Scarlett is back with the Dolphins.
All right, give me 1 second, Willy Fins.
Yes. I have some stuff built on Scarlett from the other show. I'll move everything up. We appreciate Jeremy Chuggs trying to make this happen behind the scene. But this is why I love being live, because sometimes something happens. Let's freaking go. I had a feeling they were going to do something today. I just saw all these other moves. Well, post, we just need like a sentence add in, but we do need a new thumbnail. We definitely need a new thumbnail. Fins Up is fired up. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, they're going to be swamped out there. All right, guys, give us a second. We're getting some stuff squared away. Kurt LaPlante, I had a feeling, woo-hoo, that tonight's going to be a good night. That's a great song. Not yet. I'm working on it. I don't know, for some reason this player card is gone. Let's freaking go. So, guys, we talked about this is why you subscribe to Dolphins Today. Because when news breaks, we get you guys of it, and we call this. He was number 1 on my... That also kind of F's up the to-do list a little bit. He was on that. It's okay. We'll make it work. Give us a second, guys. Let me know how y'all are feeling about this in the comments section. All right, I'm going to move player card in here.
Alrighty. Well, you do that, Will. I'm going to give some shout-outs. Everybody, this is on the fly. Grade the signing of Brennan Scarlett. Let me know, A, B, C, D, or F. What is your grade? What is the grade for the Dolphins, I guess, re-signing?
Yes.
Re-signing Brennan Scarlett? We got B from Atlee. John Ruiz says B. Trucker Pat, thumbs down D. John Ruiz, B. Solid B from Kurt LaPlante. Noah says A-. Robert says B. James says B. John B. Albert B. Duke C. Trucker Pat D. I don't know. We got some mixed signals here. C from Timothy Washington. I would prefer D. Ford. Fins Up. A. I liked him. I have confidence in Greer. Okay. Jeanette, Miami, Florida. You're a little bit behind. Hit the live button, Jeanette. James says B. Alan says C. Paul Glover, D. Why not elevate Good from the practice squad? Will?
Still could happen. It
still could happen. John Ruiz, B. Chappelli Chaps, Willy Fins, A+. Raphael says A. Brad Keel, let's go!
All right,
Duke.
we got player card built if you want to move that in.
Yep,
I'm going to build a social as we update the script. I'm going to update the live title. Oh, nice. You already updated it. You're king. Was that you? Was that you that updated it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, nice. All right, so player cards built. I'll make a social here. We're getting some stuff squared away, guys. We appreciate your patience. We really appreciate your patience here. Brennan Scarlett is signed with the Dolphins. Barry Jackson was the first to report it. Ah, shoot. Okay. By the way, the Bills just moved their game. Lame. Type L for the Bills. Type L for the Bills. Type L for the Bills. They're so scared. The Bills were scared of an even playing field and them going to 6-4 on the season. That's what they were afraid of. We're in first place. Bills are in third place. Everyone thought the Bills were going to be top of the East right now. Nah, fam. You can make the argument the Dolphins are just a better team. I mean, you really could. They're playing better football. They're undefeated with Tua. Allen has all these turnovers, and I like Josh Allen, but he's turning the ball over like crazy. All right, social's built. If you want to move that in, use that weigh-in. I'm going to make a listicle right now, and then we're ready. The Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. The Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. We don't
What graphics do we have to use?
So we have a social and a player card that I just built. Could you hold on the player card. I got to make a minor tweak to that. You're watching this go down live, guys. This is our job. We're trying to get you guys this video ASAP. When news like this breaks, this is what we're doing behind the scenes. Now y'all are seeing it up close and personal. I'm going to make a listicle real quick. And then we'll be ready. Cheers, chaps. Cheers. This doesn't really impact the impact that Zach Sealer's going to have.
All right, so Willie Fins, let me know what the plan is.
Give some shout-outs in the meantime. Working on this right now.
All right. All right, so if you missed it, the Dolphins signed Brennan Scarlett. I'll just take you off screen, Will. If you're not
Cool.
gonna...
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Dolphins signed Brennan Scarlett. Let me know. What? You think it's a good move? We're getting mixed signals in the chat right now. Also a reminder, Kristen, exactly, hit the like button. 164 people watching, only 63 likes. We're going to be breaking this down. We have 2 mailbags coming up, and then Will's to-do list as well. Let us know. I mean, I think I have the depth. I can bring in the depth chart real quick. I mean, this will essentially add some depth into that Miami linebacking core. Yes. Let's see what the depth chart looked like before the signing of Brennan Scarlett. I'm going to pull that up here for you in just a second. Keep on getting your answers in, A, B, C, D, or F. All right. And let's take a look at the depth chart before the signing of Brennan Scarlett. This is where they sat at. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, outside linebackers. Brennan Scarlett plays that. He plays outside for the most part. I don't know if he's really I would say a pass rusher from the outside. He doesn't get there kind of like Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb does. But I believe he's going to be kind of slotted in somewhere in that outside linebacking depth chart. I don't know if he's going to be getting more snaps than Van Ginkel or Ingram or where he's going to fit in.
Yeah, and the Dolphins have an interesting decision right now. I expect – there we go. I expect him to get the roster spot, but they have some decent options. They have some decent options. Okay, so I'm updating the script.
And as people are piling in right now, don't forget, let us know your initial grade of the signing of Brennan Scarlett, A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know where you at. Duke says Roberts overrated, Baker overpaid. Yep. Timothy, Jason Sanders cost us at least 2 games. Yeah, that's why we did on the channel. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you go down and subscribe at youtube.com/Dolphins News. But Will actually broke that down earlier in the week. Some possible Jason Sanders replacements if he's cut. If you haven't already, check it out on the channel. He took a look, he took a look at some of the top free agent kickers that could possibly replace Jason Sanders because he has been god-awful this year. Finn's out saying, please cut Sanders. You want to cut or keep Sanders? Let me know in the chat right now. Cut or keep? Type cut for cut, keep for keep. Let me know. Where do y'all sit? Because Will is 100% on the cut side. Where do y'all sit? Cut or keep? John says cut. Will's on that same boat. Future Dolphins receiver says cut. Duke says cut. AJ says cut. Timothy with the scissors. Kurt LaPlante, we aren't cutting him due to cap. I think you could still cut him. I mean, the cap hit wouldn't be that big of a concern, I don't believe, for a kicker. Also, Will mentioned Scarlett is being signed to the practice squad.
Yes.
All right, let's see. If you have someone better, cut. If not, keep. Yep, Matthew. Well, that's the whole premise of this video right here. He lays out 5 people who he believes might be better than Jason Sanders right now because a lot of the stuff with kickers is a mind game. And if his mind's not in it, you can't keep him around because that will come to bite you in the butt during playoff season. Are you almost done, Will?
It's not letting me paste this into listicle. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Or L3, excuse me, L3. It's not letting me paste the Brennan Scarlett breaking into the L3. So if you could do that, it's at the bottom of segments.
Yeah.
Almost there, guys. Appreciate y'all, man. Almost there.
Alrighty.
You see it?
Yep.
All right, we got someone making this cut.
I believe Tom.
All right, excellent. Cool.
Let me double check. All right, Will, you ready to host?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, we're ready to rock and roll here. Talk about the signing of Brennan Scarlett. You got the listicle? Listicle looks good? Yeah. Matt Saints. Who, I don't know who you're talking about there. Alex Music. Any news on Byron Jones? We're actually going to be talking about Byron Jones in one of our segments today. We got 4 segments coming up, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Matthew Sams. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. 508 Cole. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Matt. No, I don't. Oh, shoot. Can you make that, Chugs? I'm sorry, dude. John Ruiz. That would be nuts. OBJ was at the Heat game the other night. Yeah. Melvin Ingram. I don't know how autographics didn't pull there. It's very frustrating. John Ruiz. He was at the Miami Heat game the other day. So, we'll see. But they don't really need wide receivers. Dark Reaper, I'm with you, man. I mean, Jason Sanders, cut ties with him now before he cost you in the playoffs. The Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. He's an edge rusher, NFL. Edge rusher. We're going to talk about that in a second. Duke Tomlinson. I would love that. I would love more Channing Tindall. We'll see. Timothy Washington also chiming in here. Let me know. Grade the signing of Brennan Scarlett. Let me know down in the comments section. Let me know down in the comments. Looks good? Yeah. All righty. All righty, we're going to get rocking and rolling with today's show. If you're just joining us, the Dolphins have signed. They have brought back Brennan Scarlett. Brennan Scarlett spent some time with the team last year, obviously. Was let go at the, No, do a 5. And just take out the listicle there. We'll talk about that after this cut. Let's get this cut out. I'll tell you after this cut. I'll tell you after this cut. Trust me, I got a plan there. 4. We might be cutting it close to 8 if we just do 4. All righty, here we go. Got this show coming up. Stay tuned. What is that? The end there. Here we go. Go. We have some breaking news on Dolphins today. The Miami Dolphins have signed Brennan Scarlett. They have brought him back, adding him to the Dolphins practice squad, but it does appear that he is the Emmanuel Ogbah replacement. We talked about him potentially being an option the other day, and now it is official. They have brought back Brennan Scarlett, someone who played for the Dolphins all of last season, and also someone who was with the Dolphins in training camp and during the preseason just a few months ago. So I want y'all to go down in the comment section and grade the signing of Brennan Scarlett. Type A, B, C, D, or F down in the comment section. It's the pinned comment. Reply to it when you get a second. Grade the signing of Scarlett, someone that a lot of us are familiar with, someone that the locker room, more importantly, is familiar with, and they bring him back. He played in 13 games for the Dolphins last season. He was waived by the Dolphins in August, but he did reach an injury settlement with the team. There was a loophole for him to somehow return this season, and now it is official. Now, I did mention him being the potential Ogbah replacement. In Sunday's win against the Browns, Ogbah tore his triceps. He's out for the year. And so we talked about internal options, including some practice squad guys. Ben Still was one of those guys we talked about. However, Ben Still got poached by the Cleveland Browns. He's now on their active roster. So the internal option list kind of dwindled after that happened. He was mentioned, Scarlett that is, as an external option. And Scarlett made a lot of sense just based on the coaching staff and the team's familiarity with him, as we now take a look at the updated edge rushers. Now, this is assuming that Scarlett will eventually be put on the 53-man roster. You have Zach Sealer. Because Ogba's out for the year, Sealer's role is likely to increase on this football team. Scarlett is now in the mix here. You have JP, you have Melvin Ingram, you have Bradley Chubb, and Andrew Van Ginkel. Now, Scarlett, unlike AVG, for example, might be able to play more on the defensive line. He's versatile. He can play both positions, kind of like Bradley Chubb as well and Melvin Ingram. But the Dolphins needed another edge rusher after the Ogba injury, and they have brought back Scarlett, as we predicted earlier this week on Dolphins Today. Now, this is why you subscribe, because when news happens, we break it down ASAP. We're filming this just moments after the news broke. Go down, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Dolphins News. That is the sublink right there. Moving on to our next topic here. The Good Morning Football crew this morning on NFL Network chimed in on the unbelievable season that Tua Tagovailoa is having. Here is what Kyle Brandt said, and Brandt's a Bills fan, hasn't said a whole lot of nice things about the Dolphins in the past, but he did praise Tua, saying he wasn't even on the list for MVP, and he might win this thing. He and Mahomes have been the best players in the NFL. He's been insane. I saw something that compared his numbers to Kurt Warner in '99, and that's the best season we have ever seen. I even heard chatter about, is he even the best quarterback on the Dolphins? Remember that? Not only is he the best QB on the Dolphins, he's one of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 best players in all of football. And here's what Kyle Brandt was referring to when he was comparing Tua to that historic season that Kurt Warner had in '99. This is what NFL on CBS tweeted. Only 2 players in NFL history have had 3 consecutive games with 275 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a 135 passer rating. Kurt Warner in '99 when he won MVP, and Tua Tagovailoa in 2022. Pretty wild. More on this in a second. First, I want to tell you about our friends over at Established Titles. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. They're a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Elston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. They plant a tree with every order and work with global charities One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. I'm Lord William Scott now. That's really cool, and you could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles. Makes for a great last-minute gift. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be right next to my plot, so we can build a Dolphins kingdom over there in Edelston, Scotland. And with the holidays coming up, they're taking care of you by running a massive early Black Friday sale with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you go to that link right there, establishedtitles.com/chat, and use promo code chat, you can save an extra 10% on the perfect holiday gift. It's a great Secret Santa gift, a great white elephant gift. That's the link, promo code chat. That link, that promo code in the comments and the description of this video. Talking about this storyline again, because Kyle Brandt was not the only member of that crew to chime in on Tua. Peter Shraeger did as well. Peter's definitely been a little bit more pro Tua. Here's what he said. People were actively anti-Tua, saying he sucks. Not only does he not suck, he might be the best quarterback in all of football. Wow. I think there was a pretty good consensus around the league that the Dolphins would have to move on from Tua. And Mike McDaniel was the only guy that was like, no, I'm going to build around him. Clap it up for the Good Morning Football crew. That might be our new thing here on Dolphins Today. Clap it up because they are showing Tua the respect that he deserves. Think about how much the narrative has changed, right? Because before the season, Tua was on the hot seat. This was a make-or-break season for Tua Tagovailoa. And he is on the verge of potentially winning the NFL MVP if he can keep this up. The level that he is playing at right now is unreal, having one of the best seasons by a Miami Dolphin that we have ever seen. So the narrative has gone from, oh, Tua's not very good, to Tua's legitimately one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Like this video. If you think Tua should win MVP, go and hit that thumbs up icon. This should get 1,000 likes. Go down, like the video if you think Tua should win MVP. Taking a look at the odds here. This is wild how the odds have changed. So you see that green line? That's Tua. So Tua was all the way over there at plus 1,400 back in February when Mike McDaniel was hired. Look at where he's at now. Second best odds to win MVPs, right there with Mahomes in front of Josh Allen. Here is the updated MVP odds. So Patrick Mahomes still the favorite at plus 120. Quite frankly, I think Tua should be the favorite, and I think Tua would be the favorite if he hadn't gotten hurt. Tua's at plus 450, Allen at plus 500, Hurts at plus 600, Lamar Jackson plus 1,200. Let's take a look at those top four when you're comparing their stats. But keep in mind, Tua missed 2.5 games. So I think Tua would be right there with Patrick Mahomes in the touchdown category had he stayed healthy. But he's above Mahomes in completion percentage. He has over 2,200 yards in 8 games. He's leading all those guys in completion percentage and also has by far the best touchdown-interception ratio. So Tua is having a phenomenal season, and I think he's been the best quarterback this year. Again, the only reason that he's not the favorite to win MVP right now is because he missed 2.5 games with that scary concussion. If he stays healthy, I think Tua is the head-on favorite to win the National Football League MVP. Will he win MVP? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Type Y for yes, type N for no. That's a fact, Jack. The Tua is going to win MVP. Shout out Doug Dynasty. That's one of my favorite shows growing up. But Tua's been the best QB. That's just a fact. 100% he's been the best quarterback in the NFL week in and week out. It's pretty wild. All the Tua haters are silent right now. And the silence is loud. Tua shut them up. As we all said before the start of the season, that Tua was going to silence the critics. Not only has he done that, he is a legit contender to win the NFL MVP. The last 3 weeks, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions. The Dolphins have not lost with this guy on the football field. That is the definition of valuable, and Tua, I do believe, is going to be hoisting that MVP by the end of the season. But he doesn't care about that. He wants to be hoisting one trophy, and that's the Lombardi. And I think he can do that as well. Let's talk about Mike McDaniel as well, his Coach of the Year odds, because he's not the only Dolphin that is getting some hype here. Coach of the Year odds, McDaniel's 4th, behind Nick Sirianni, Brian Dable, Kevin O'Connell, and Robert Saleh. So 2 of the guys in front of him, rookie head coaches. How about that? Rookie head coaches getting some love this year. Josh McDaniels is not on this list. But Mike McDaniel is, and I think that he should absolutely be in strong consideration for NFL Head Coach of the Year. What he has done with this Dolphins team, it goes beyond the wins on the field, but he's changed the culture for the better in Miami. This coaching staff previously did not believe in Tua Tagovailoa, did not put Tua in the best possible position to succeed. So, yes, we're very grateful for Mike McDaniel, but think about how grateful Tua is for Mike McDaniel. He kind of saved Tua's career. I mean, when you think about it, because Brian Flores just did not support Tua, and the numbers I don't think were as good because of that. Taking a look here at what Tua said about his head coach last week. Coach Mike does a great job putting us in great situations offensively. He continues to give other people praise, but he doesn't get as much praise as I think he should. Tua talking about his head coach. Mike McDrippy, should he win Coach of the Year? Will he win Coach of the Year? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no down in the comment section. Go down, let me know. Will Mike McDaniel win the NFL Head Coach of the Year award? Currently 4th in those odds right now. Again, 1 for yes, 2 for no down in the comment section. Curious to hear what you think. I would love to see a world where he wins Coach of the Year, Tua wins MVP, and Tyreek wins Offensive Player of the Year. Did want to hit on this before I let y'all go. Dolphin Nation tweeted this out. Jason Sanders likely will have competition next summer, per the Miami Herald's Barry Jackson. Why not now? Why are we waiting for next summer to give competition to Jason Sanders? Bring in competition right now. Well, this is probably why. He's owed $2.5 million guaranteed next year. 2.5 of his $3.4 million salary is fully guaranteed. But who cares about the money? He's going to cost us down the stretch. We're trying to win a Super Bowl here. You got to put yourself in the best possible position to succeed in every position. That includes special teams. I actually did a video the other day talking about some possible replacements for Jason Sanders. The link to that video is in the description and the comments of this video, so be sure to go check that out. Some interesting names here on this list, including Cameron Dicker, who a lot of y'all know because he's really good at the University of Texas, currently with the Chargers practice squad, and the best kicker in the USFL is also on this list. Guys, go down and subscribe to the channel. The Dolphins signed Brennan Scarlett. Like I tell y'all each and every day, when the Dolphins make a move, we get you guys a vid. Subscribe, turn on your noties so you're always in the loop. Excellent. Guys, will Mike McDaniel win Coach of the Year? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no down in the comment section. Go down. Oh, my guy Karan is here. Karan, what do you think about Brennan Scarlett, man? I'm kind of excited about it. I like Brennan. He's solid, man. Solid player. Solid player. Did you get God earlier, Jeremy? Tom put out a video that you got God, apparently. Make sure they have that thumbnail. I don't see that in the thumbnail room. Robert Jarvis. Dante. Kyle. Finn's Take with CB83. Yo, what's good? What's up, man? Karan, I'm with you, dude. Karan is saying, I love this signing. The versatility is great. Yeah, I'm with you, Karan. He can play the defensive line and the linebacker position, and there's just so much familiarity with him already. So I'm happy we brought him back here. But a lot of y'all want Cameron Good to get a shot. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that he won't get a shot. It just means that Scarlett has a little bit more depth here. Kyle Sora, I'm with you. Good signing. He knows the system. Winlin Witt is here watching from the Philippines. We appreciate you tuning in. Winlin Witt, one of our most loyal subscribers, especially when it comes to the live show. Guys, if y'all want to celebrate Brennan Scarlett to Miami, here is the Super Chat menu. Shake that fin with every Super Chat. $5. Willy Fins! $10 to a song. You know what we do. And then every 50, the Dolphins fight song. Every 100, we'll do a little beer bong for you guys here. Me and Jeremy Chugs. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Shout out to Vigo. He was our MVP last week, our Week 10 MVP from the Browns watch party. Sent in a $500 super chat. We love Vigo, man. Jose Mora, currently the MVP of this show. So who can become the? Keep in mind, there's no watch party on Sunday because of the bye week. So whoever sends in the largest super chat today becomes the Week 11 MVP, and it'll be shout out throughout the week. And we have something coming up in the future that's a surprise, but we'll certainly continue to honor our weekly MVPs. Jeremy Chugs, man, what are your thoughts on Brennan Scarlett?
Dude, I mean, obviously he's to the practice squad, and I think this is
any signing at this point of the season is going to be practice squad because they got to work him back into game shape.
Yeah, and no, not necessarily. Linval Joseph yesterday signed to the active roster.
A heavy majority of signings, I should say.
Yeah.
Brandon Shell, we knew he was going to start in this offensive line. They signed him, and he went to the practice squad at first, just because they wanted to ramp him back up into game shape.
But so. I think this is a signing of, like you said, it's already this late in the season, familiarity. He already knows the scheme. He already knows some of the coaches, some of the players. You know, Josh Boyer was there prior. So.
Oh, Jose Mora, Jose Mora, Jose Mora, it's Jose Mora, Jose Mora, Jose Mora, Jose Mora, it's Jose Mora, Jose Mora, shake that fin, shake that fin, shake that fin, shout out Jose Mora. Hey, there's no place I'd rather be than watch my Fins in Miami. Here on Dolphins did my crew, and if I had one wish come true, the Dolphins would get the win again. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I wanna see a Tua touchdown drive. Shout out Jose Moore, man. Currently our Super Chat MVP. Let's put that player all three back on screen. Currently our Super Chat MVP, Jose Moore. Whoever sends in the largest Super Chat today is our Week 11 MVP, Lorenzo Flores, saying, shake that fin, shake that fin. Oh, my gosh. So, Chugs, you weren't here the other day, but somebody in the comments did the Tyreek Hill song, but to Running Up That Hill but it's Stranger Things.
Oh. If I only could.
So it was oh gosh, what was it? I got to go back and find it. I'll go back and find it, and we'll have it for you next time.
Hill, running those routes, scoring for the
It was so
Dolphins.
good. It was so good. I wish I would have taken a screenshot of it. I'll go back and find it, but it was so good.
Love that.
Jose Moore is our Super Chat MVP right now. Two $20 Super Chats. We appreciate Jose Moore, who's in our Super Chat Ring of Honor. Thank you, Jose, for always watching. Guys, we got a mailbag coming up. A lot to talk about. If you want to get on the mailbag, use hashtag Dolphins, or you can skip the line with a Super Chat. If you Super Chat, you're guaranteed a spot on the show. Use hashtag Dolphins or skip the line with a Super Chat right now. If you Super Chat, you'll be the first question on the mailbag. Even if it's the $1 Super Chat, we'll get you on. Ralph C., Matt Saint, Sean Ruiz, Lorenzo Fins, Kurt LaPlante, Gavin E. Owens chiming in saying good signing. Duke, guys, everyone type Jose in the chat too. Type Jose in the chat. Jose Moore is a legend.
Jose Mora.
Jose Mora. Jose Mora. It's Jose Mora. Jose Mora. Jose Mora. Jose Mora. It's Jose Mora.
James. Underneath the chat, there's a little $sign. It's a little rectangle with a $sign. That's how you Super Chat.
Rectangle with the $sign right next to the emoji icon. Duke Tomlinson. Yo. Mailbag coming up. Use hashtag Dolphins.
Winlin Witt. She already knows.
Yeah, Winlin Witt's professional here. She's not an amateur. She knows what she's doing. Use hashtag Dolphins to get on the show.
Same with future Dolphins receiver. He gets it. Hashtag Dolphins. That's how you get it in there.
We have not one, but two mailbags on today's show. First time we've ever done 4 segments in Dolphins Live because it's the bye week. Want to get you guys an extra video.
Adam Sanchez, we have controversy.
Please put Reese on the show. I want to answer that question. Reese, we'll get you on the show.
Will, we have controversy.
What do we have?
Adam Sanchez says it's not Mora, it's pronounced Modra. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Unless Jose says that.
Jose, let us know if we're saying your name wrong. We don't want to say it wrong, obviously, but we got it right.
I think we're pronouncing Jose's name correctly.
I don't know. Controversy in the chat, Will.
The song wouldn't have the same ring to it if it wasn't Jose Mora. Jose Mora. John Ruiz, use hashtag Dolphins if you want to get on the show. Hashtag Dolphins.
All right, we're almost there. Dante, you put hashtag Dolphins, you got to put your question in there with it as well.
So use hashtag. Oh, what's up, Mo?
You
can do that. Mo's making it easy. Mo will be the first question on our mailbag.
There you have it. Mo money, less problems.
Mo money, less problems. Appreciate the Super Chat. Hey, $5 Super Chat, you know what that means. Willy Fins and shake that fin, shake that fin, shake that fin.
He actually got that stitched on. It's never coming off.
Yeah.
He got a permanent fin.
It's permanent.
Duke, you got to use hashtag Dolphins in your comment. Same with Dante. You got to use hashtag Dolphins. Look at how.
Look at Karan's comment. He says, Will, my girl is watching this live. Chill out, man. Yeah. Shake that fin. Shake that fin.
Look how future Dolphins
Karan,
receiver.
you got to shake that fin, dude.
Look how John Ruiz and future Dolphins receiver put their questions in. That's how you got to do it. Look at John Ruiz. # Dolphins. Yeah, there you go.
There we go, Dante. There we go.
There you go. And same with you, Matthew Sams. I love the comment. Use # Dolphins so we can get it on screen.
# Dolphins or super chat like Mo to get on the show.
All right.
Super chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show.
Hey.
Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show. Super chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super chat like Mo. Get on the show.
Hey.
Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show. Hey, super chat like Mo. Hey, get on the show. Super chat like Mo. Get on the show.
Yeah.
Super chat like Mo.
Okay.
Get on the show.
Uh-huh.
Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show. Super chat like Chase Marine. $10 super chat.
Will's in his bag right
I'm
now.
in my bag, bro. You let me out of the bag. James Marine. There's no place I'd rather be than watching my fans in Miami. Here on Dolphins Day with my crew. And if I had one wish come true, the Dolphins would get the win again. Ah, wiki wiki my lowy lowy. Ah, wiki wiki my lowy lowy. I want to see a Tua touchdown drive. And we just surpassed $50 in super chats. You know what that means. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ground, they're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl because we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number one. Hey, hey, because we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number one. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Okay, that Mo song was kind of epic. Oh, it's Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Still tipping on 4-4s. Mike Jones. $5 super chat. That means a Willy Finch. Shout out Mike Jones. We're only $40 away from a beer bong. Only $40 away from a beer bong. Super chat like Mo. Get on the show. Mike Jones. Let's put Mike Jones up on screen. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Who? Mike freaking Jones. $5 super chat. Shout out Mike Jones.
There we go.
Shout out Mike Jones.
All right. Will, you ready for this
I'm
mailbag?
ready. Dude, this is the most fired up I've been for a mailbag. It's the most fired up I've been for a mailbag in a long time. Let's freaking ride. That was a really fun 5 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun. All right. Got a mailbag coming up. Use # Dolphins or Super Chat to get on the show. Super Chat like Mo. Dolphins fans, welcome into Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. On today's show, we're going to be getting into a mailbag, answering your questions about the latest Miami Dolphins news and rumors. A lot to discuss after the signing of Brennan Scarlett. Shout out to Mo, who super chatted $5. We appreciate you, Mo. Super chat like Mo. Get on the show. So is cap space going to be an issue next year with all the massive contracts signed and expected extensions? Mo, that is a great question. So when you're looking at the Dolphins cap hits for next year, Tyreek Hill is owed $30 million. Bradley Chubb is owed about $25 million. Emmanuel Ogbah's owed $17 million. Byron Jones is owed $18 million. Teron Armstead is owed north of $20 million. So the list goes on and on. But cap space in the NFL, a lot of people say doesn't exist. There's loopholes. You can restructure contracts. There's ways around it. The concern I have is paying Tua. How are you going to pay Tua? I don't expect that to come this offseason. I expect it to come after the 2023 season, so 2024 offseason. We'll see what happens there. But I'm sure that Chris Grier is going to make the cap work. I'm confident about that. $2 super chat. Where'd I go? There I am. It's $2 super chat from Gavany Owens. We appreciate you, Gavany. $5 super chat from Lorenzo. And a $50 super chat from Joseph Hurley. Joseph, we'll shout you out again after we're done this mailbag. What'd you say? MVP. He's currently the show MVP. We appreciate Joseph Hurley. $50 super chat. We'll get back to you in a second, Joseph, after this mailbag. John Ruiz. Sign a corner and signed OBJ and sign a 5-year deal to Jeff Wilson Jr. And when is Byron Jones returning? Man, like I said, John, you'd be the most aggressive GM in the NFL. Sign a corner. I'm for that. I'd love to bring in a guy like Malcolm Brown. Sign OBJ? I don't think so. It'd be a lot of fun, but we're set at receiver. I'm all for extending Jeff Wilson Jr. I think Jeff would be great. And when is Byron Jones returning? I mean, hopefully after the bye. I don't really think that's realistic. I'd be a little bit surprised to see Byron again this season, John. We'll talk about him again in a second here. Wendell and Witt, what positions do you think we should try to get in the draft? Wendell and Witt, watch from the Philippines. Thanks so much for watching. I would say if you don't bring back Mostert or Wilson, I mean, like both of those guys, don't bring both back. I would say a running back. Sean Tucker out of Syracuse would be fantastic in the second round. I think that is a potential option here for Miami. Other positions, I'm all for drafting offensive linemen, getting more depth there. Inside linebacker, I think. Hopefully Tyndall's the future at that position, but adding a little bit more depth there as well. And then maybe some corners as well. So those are the 4 positions I'm thinking of. Or maybe a kicker. Maybe you got to draft a kicker because Jason Sanders has really been struggling. Kyle Riggs, what's up? Will the Dolphins win the AFC East? I think they can. I absolutely think they can. I mean, when you look at the current standings right now, the Dolphins are right there. They're at the top of the AFC East. They're ahead of Buffalo. They're ahead of the Jets. They're ahead of the Pats. It's a loaded division. But the Dolphins, what you have to consider is that they're undefeated with Tua Tagovailoa. I think this team would be 10-9-1 if Tua hadn't gotten hurt. So they're still in first place, even though they were without Tua for like 3 games. Will the Dolphins win the AFC East? Type Y for yes or type in for no. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So reply to it when ad break comes. Y for yes, in for no, down in the comments. Shout out to Jonathan May. I think once our defense is better and compete, we have a chance to go far. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with you there, Jonathan. The defense has to be more consistent. They played much better last week, but on the road, they have the worst road defense in the league. They got to be more consistent on the road. Batman, can we officially call Tua a franchise quarterback? Yes, 100,000,000%. He is the guy in Miami. Taking a look at what he did last week, 285 yards, 3 touchdowns, just 7 incompletions. 9 touchdowns, no picks in the last 3 weeks. Has the highest quarterback rating, also highest PFF grade of any quarterback in the entire league. He has been absolutely fantastic. The haters have been silenced. Guys, go bet on Tua to win MVP at chatsports.com/bet. That's the promo code SHOT125 to go pick up a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 in, you are going to start with $225 in your account. It's a great deal. Go and take advantage. And take a look at this. Tua has skyrocketed up the MVP odds here from 1,400. Now he's second in the MVP odds. So take him while he's still in second because he's going to be in first after the Dolphins' next game. Reese, thank you so much for asking this question. We need a kicker ASAP. I could not agree more, Reese. I mean, Jason Sanders is just not the guy. He struggled. If he had just struggled this year, okay, maybe that's a different conversation. He struggled last year, too. He missed 8 kicks last year. He's missed 3 extra points this year. You got to find at least bring in a competitor to compete with Jason Sanders. Future Dolphins receiver says, who has surprised you the most this season other than Tua? I wish I could say Tua surprised me. I was expecting Tua to be pretty good. Maybe not this good this fast, but I was still expecting him to be pretty good. Honestly, Brandon Shell. Brandon Shell has been awesome, and I was really excited when the Dolphins signed him to be, at the time, it looked like the backup tackle. Now he's the starting right tackle on this team. He's been awesome. Guys, be sure to subscribe to join our mailbags. We're live every Thursday. Go down, award-winning, as Jeremy Chugs, the producer, is reminding me in my ear, award-winning Dolphins mailbags. Go down, subscribe to get on the next one. Gabe, what are the odds of the Dolphins signing OBJ? Not high, but not impossible. OBJ was actually at the Miami Heat game the other day. Melvin Ingram was spotted talking to him, maybe recruiting him. But the Dolphins don't need OBJ. You got Tyreek, you got Waddle. Trent Sherfield's been a pretty solid third wide receiver. I don't really think they need him. Speaking of the Miami Heat, bring the Miami Heat asked this question. Could we get a good running back in the second round? Oh, absolutely. As I mentioned to Wendland Witt earlier, Sean Tucker would be a fantastic get for this Dolphins team. Here is what he's done this season. This is a ridiculous stat line. Nearly 900 yards. He's averaged 7.1 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns. That doesn't even include his receiving stats. He's a great pass catcher as well. One of the best players in college football. Also, one of the more underrated players in college football. He's probably not going first round. He might go second. Do you want to draft Sean Tucker? Type D for draft or type P for pass down in the comments section. I'm a Syracuse alum, so of course I'm going to say D for draft, but I'm curious to hear what y'all think down in the comments. Shout out Maurice Jenkins. Talk about a real one since day one. How confident are you with the O-line now? And Maurice, I'm pretty confident about the O-line. And be sure to check out the video that we had that's going out on Friday. But I'm really excited about what this offensive line has done. I would say do not switch up the offensive line. The starting five should remain the same. When Liam Eichenberg is healthy, he should not be starting over Robert Jones. If Austin Jackson's back 100%, he should not be starting over Brandon Shell. Keep the offensive line as is. I never thought I'd say that. Matthew Sams, biggest surprise is undrafted rookie. That's a very good point. Kader Kohu just gets better each week. Yeah, I maybe should have said Kohu back a few questions ago. He's been outstanding. I was really excited when we got him as a UDFA, and he certainly exceeded expectations. What would we do without him? I don't know. Guys, go down and follow me on Twitter at WillScott44. If I didn't get to your question, my DMs are open. You can ask me any question you have there at WillScott44. Also on Instagram at WillyFence. Appreciate y'all watching. Put that $50 super chat back on screen. Joseph Hurley, $50 super chat. And it's the Dolphins fight song. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ground, they're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl because we're the Miami Dolphins. Hey. Miami Dolphins. Hey. Miami Dolphins number one. Hey, because we're the Miami Dolphins. Hey. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number one. Joseph Hurley. And Machete 54. $20 super chat from Machete. This will be the first question in our second mailbag.
We're going to throw it up on screen, acknowledge you, Machete, but we're going to answer this, the very first question on our next mailbag.
We have another mailbag coming up. Machete, how many Super Bowls does Tua need to win to surpass Marino? We are going to answer this question in our next mailbag. Machete, we really appreciate you. $20 super chat. You know what that means. There's no place I'd rather be than watching my fans in Miami. Here on Dolphins Today with my crew. And if I had one wish come true,
the Dolphins would get the win again. I wiki wiki my lohi lohi. I wiki wiki my lohi lohi. I want to see a Tua touchdown drive.
Wow. Machete 54. Woo! We appreciate it.
And
hey, beer
y'all
bong.
get y'all's predictions in while Will gets the beer bong ready. $100 in super chats. And we have a new MVP of today's show, Joseph Hurley, today's show MVP as of right now. $50 super chat. He's today's MVP so far. Joseph Hurley out of left field. Bang!
Here we go. Joseph Hurley, this is for you, my man. And everyone who has super chatted today.
Jose Mora, Machete 54, Lorenzo Flores, Gavin Owens, Mike Jones. Who?
Mike Jones.
James Vereen, Mo. Want to get on the show? Got a super chat like Mo.
Get on the show. Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show.
Hey.
Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show.
Hey.
Super chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show. All right,
Hey.
here we go. Here's this beer bong.
All right,
show.
beer bong. Get your record predictions in. How do you think the Dolphins are going to finish up? 14-3 from John Ruiz. Woo! Willy Fins. I see the tear. Was it a cold beer? Yep, it was coldy. It was a coldie.
Cold beer.
Little chill.
That was for you, Joseph Hurley, and Machete as well.
Lorenzo says, drink, and shake that fin.
Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Shake that fin.
All right, we got 12-5, 13-4, 11-6, or 12-5, 12-5, 14-3, 13-4, or 12-5, 14-3. Some high expectations right there, Will.
I good.
12-5, good.
And the worst Tyler Jones, good.
12-5. Cameron Donald, unpopular opinion, Tua doesn't lose a game as a starter this year.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I mean, unless he gets hurt, you're talking about all the way to the Super Bowl.
And when you say Miami,
you're talking Super Bowl. 12-5, 14-3. Wow. And you know, Miami doesn't have, they have the greatest football team, but they do not have a game this week, Will.
Unfortunately not. But there's still stuff to get done. There is still a to-do list that needs to get done. We have, by the way, let's roll with just 4 on that, but just make sure you get me to 8. We're going to talk about to-do list. One of the items has already been checked. I said find the Agba replacement.
So the very last one, I'm just going to go back to the player card for Brennan Scarlett.
Okay, excellent.
So I'm going to pull it up, and you're going to be like, this was on the list, but checked.
Say, shout out producer Jeremy Chuggs. He is making it happen behind the scenes. Did that cut go out, by the way?
I believe so. Let me check the channel.
Be sure you go check that out, guys.
Yes, it's out.
How's it doing?
I
see it.
Yeah. Looks like it went out not long ago.
Okay, great. Be sure you go check that out. We just posted a video talking about the Brennan Scarlett signing. You love to see it.
And John, I think free agency can. Oh, Mauricio, his IG, Will's IG is
Willy Fins.
Willy Fins.
Willy Fins. Go follow me on IG at Willy Fins. More Dolphins content over there at Willy Fins on Instagram.
And John Ruiz asked the question, when does free agency technically end? I believe when the playoffs start. I don't think you can sign anybody once the playoffs start. For NFL free
Yeah, I
agency.
think that's right. That's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. Up until then, though, John, could we also update the player L3 and put Joseph Hurley's name and the $50 on there?
Yep.
Joseph Hurley is now our Super Chat MVP. $50 Super Chat. Super Chat like Joe. Get on the show. Super Chat like... Oh, my gosh. Brian, hey, $10 Super Chat. We do the song, bro. You know how we do it. You know how we ride. Predict the Dolphins record. Oh, Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super Chat like Mo. We'll put you on screen in a second, Mo. Every song we do here is legendary. Every song Mo, bro. We make a song for a lot of our Super Chat Hall of Famers. Oh, there's Chase Sr. Hey, Chase Sr., get over here. Chase, get over here. Hey, ready for this? We got it. We have a new song. Ready for this? Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. 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 Super Chat like Mo. We appreciate Chase Sr. Congrats on Adamic Sue, by the way. Big signing. We'll see you in the Super Bowl. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl. Mo said song was too good. LOL. Been a Dolphins fan since 03, and I never was as excited as I was for this season. I predicted 14-3. That's still gonna happen, Mo. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super chat like Mo. Guys, we're having too much fun. This has been a great show. Great show. Thanks to Mo and Joseph Hurley and Machete and everyone for watching. Jose Moore, of course. Right now, Joseph Hurley is our Super Chat MVP. He sent in a 50-piece. Right now, he's our Mickey Minus. No watch party. So this is this Week 11 MVP up for grabs right now. Right now, Joseph Hurley is the leader of $50 Super Chat. All right, so the next segment is going to be the to-do list for the Dolphins here during the bye week, and then we'll finish with another mailbag, so that should be a fun time. Brian Gonzalez likes the Dolphin tail. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. Shake that fin. We appreciate Brian Gonzalez tuning in. Thank you, Brian Gonzalez. Let's do it. So, yeah, you got a good plan there, Chugs. I appreciate it, man. Dolphins fans, welcome into Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott. The Dolphins might have a bye week. We don't take a bye here, though, on Dolphins Day. Still getting you guys daily Dolphins content. And today's show is actually going to be about the Dolphins bye week and the to-do list that comes with it. The Dolphins do not play, but there is still work to be done for Mike McDaniel and Chris Grier. And the Dolphins are in a great spot heading into their bye week. They are 7-3, ahead of the Jets, ahead of the Bills, and ahead of the Patriots. It is a very difficult division, arguably the best division in football, but the Dolphins lead it right now with a 7-3 record. I want to know, before I go into my 5-step to-do list right now, what should be number one on the to-do list? Go down and let me know what should be number one on the Dolphins bye week to-do list. Number one should be finding wherever the heck Byron Jones is. Where is Byron Jones, Jeremy Chugs? We haven't seen him. We're looking. Where are you at, Byron Jones? I haven't seen you. It's frustrating. You had the off-season cleanup surgery on your ankle back in April or March. You're supposed to be ready by training camp. Then you're supposed to be ready by the regular season. Then you were supposed to be ready by week 5. It's week 10 and week 11 now, technically, and you're still not back as we do take a look here at the Dolphins cornerback depth chart. Justin Bethel is on the verge of completely overtaking Igbo for that second corner spot. Cater's been the starting nickelback. He's been fantastic. X is our guy, even though he hasn't been as good this year, and then also Keon Cross. And so it'd be huge for this defense if you could get Byron Jones back. But thank goodness for Cater Kohu. I mean, where would we be without this guy? You lost Nick Needham for the year. You lost Trill Williams for the year. I don't know where this defense would be without the UDFA out of Texas A&M Commerce, who probably went unnoticed throughout the draft process because he was playing at a Division II school. A&M Commerce this year is FCS, but last year they were Division II. So thank goodness for Cater Kohu, but you got to get Byron Jones back healthy sooner rather than later. A lot of people have been telling me, even since week 1, that, man, maybe the bye week is when we'll get him back. We'll see. But if Byron Jones comes out of that tunnel against the Texans, I'd be pleasantly surprised. Will Byron Jones play this season? Type P for play or type W for won't down in the comments section. Go down. It is the pinned comment. Reply to it when you get a second. I never thought I'd say this. Keep the offensive line as is. Don't touch the offensive line. Don't do anything to it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the O-line's been fantastic the last couple weeks. It's a miracle. Oh, you know that song by Barry Manilow? I've been singing that song the last couple weeks. The offensive line has been great. Shout out to Matt Applebaum, the offensive line coach, and the rest of this coaching staff. Armstead has been playing the last couple weeks. That's been huge. Robert Jones has slid in for Liam Eichenberg and has been much better at left guard. Connor, his snaps can get better, yes, but the blocking has been really good from Connor. Give him credit. Robert Hunt as the right guard has been one of the best guards in the league, and Brandon Shell has certainly done a more than serviceable job as the starting right tackle. Get this, guys. The offensive line has not allowed a sack in the last 2 games and have only allowed 2 sacks in the last 4 games since the return of Tua. And remember about a month ago when the Dolphins had 3 straight games where their starting quarterback got hurt and I was freaking out about the offensive line? Well, luckily you've gotten Armstead back. Luckily, Robert Jones is now the starting guard, and Brandon Shell is starting over Greg Little. So that's huge. But you do have Austin Jackson near 100%. You do have Liam Eichenberg slated to return here in the coming weeks. But just keep the starting offensive line as is. The 5 guys that are starting right now should remain the starters on this team. What is your confidence level in the offensive line? When I asked you all this question last month, a lot of us were saying 0. Now I'm saying like a 7 or 8. The offensive line has been much, much better. Speaking of the offensive line, get Teron Armstead 100%. He's barely practiced this year. He's been on the injury report pretty much the entire season. Get him to 100%. He's dealing with that toe issue. He's barely practiced. It feels like he's questionable for every game, but he legit might be the 3rd most valuable player on this team, only behind Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. Cannot put into words how valuable he is. Keep in mind, when he was out, think about how poorly the offensive line played. We had all those injuries to our quarterback, so you got to make sure Armstead's on the field. Get him healthy during the bye week. Guys, you can go bet on the Fins all season long at chatsports.com/bet. Go to that promo code, Dolphins125. I should say put in that promo code and go to that link to pick up a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 into your account, you're going to start with $225 in your account. It's a great deal. Go and take advantage. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Dolphins125. You can go bet on the Tua MVP odds, anything you want to bet on. Take a look at this. Tua has skyrocketed up the MVP odds list. He was way up there start of the season. Now he has the 2nd best MVP odds, only behind Patrick Mahomes. So go and bet on Tua to win MVP before he overtakes Mahomes as the betting favorite here to win MVP. Number 4 on my to-do list, bring in some competition for Jason Sanders. I'm not saying cut Jason Sanders right now, but bring in some guys to practice to compete with him for the starting job. Maybe sign one guy to the practice squad, and if Sanders struggles again, call the guy up immediately, because Jason Sanders has had a really bad season. Just 13 of 17 on field goals this year. Missed 2 extra points last week. Taking a look here at some possible replacements. Chandler Stadden was the best kicker in college football last year, but for some reason has not gotten any NFL interest. So he's probably on his couch right now. He's probably out there and available. But hey, Jeff Saturday, you called him off the couch, and he's been pretty good for the Colts as the interim head coach. But he was 20 for 20 on field goals last year. Chandler Stadden, Appalachian State. Elliott Fry has some NFL experience. Jonathan Garibay was going to be the Cowboys kicker, but kind of struggled in camp. I believe he deserves a chance. He was one of the best kickers in the country at Texas Tech last season, a 94% field goal percentage. Cole Murphy. You might have not heard the name, but remember the name because he was the best kicker in the USFL last season. And then Cameron Dicker right now is the Chargers kicker, but when their starting kicker comes back, they might put Dicker back on the practice squad or waive him. Take advantage when that happens. When Dustin Hopkins comes back. Guys, help us get to 34,000 subscribers. We're so close. Need about 100 more. Go down. Subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 34,000 subscribers on the channel. Number 5 on my to-do list here. It was find Emmanuel Ogba's replacement. And I do believe they have done that. They have signed Brennan Scarlett, bringing him back to Miami after waiving him in August. He reached an injury settlement. There was a loophole for him to come back. Played 13 games for the Dolphins last season. Ogba tore his triceps last week. We talked about Scarlett as a possible replacement, which again is why you should go down and subscribe to the channel. We were all over this, but Scarlett would be good to bring up to the active roster. So Cameron Good is still a possibility. Josiah Bronson is on the practice squad. They signed Scarlett to the practice squad. So if they do bring him up to the 53, here's what the edge rushers on the Fins would look like. Zach Sealer, Brennan Scarlett, Jalen Phillips, Melvin Ingram, Bradley Chubb, and Andrew Van Ginkel. Let's revisit the list here. So number 5, check. Thanks, Willy Fins. Number 1, find Byron Jones. Get him back in the building. Number 2, keep the offensive line as is. Number 3, get Armstead 100% with a toe. And then number 4, bring in some competition for Jason Sanders. Guys, be sure to follow me on Twitter at WillScott44 if you have any other questions about the Fins. Also on Instagram at WillyFins. All right, that's my to-do list. Mike Jones saying he likes Cole Murphy. Who? Mike Jones likes Cole Murphy. I'm with you, man. Mike Jones. What should be number 1 on the to-do list, guys? What should be number 1? Let me know. Let me know on the to-do list. Mike Jones saying kicker. I'm with you, man. Mo saying rest. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. John Ruiz, bring in Byron Jones. That'd be nice, bro. Daddy Murphy. You hear that, Cole? They're calling you, Joshy just called you Daddy Murphy on the show. So I actually kind of know Cole Murphy. I'd love to bring Cole in. We went to school together. All the Syracuse special team guys I know. Cole Murphy, Sterling Hoffrichter, former Dolphins punter. Wendell and Witt. Get Dicker the kicker. Dicker the kicker. That'd be hype. Guys, we got another mailbag coming up. If you want to get on that mailbag, use hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat if you want to get on that mailbag. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get on the mailbag. Can you put that on screen, Chuck? Yeah, you're good. Is it the message and announcements? No, you're good. Matthew Sams, I'm with you, man. Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Get on the show. The Super Chat like Mo. Get on the show. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat. So remember, Chugs, we're going to start with Machete as the first question here. They call, is it Machete? Mike who? Mike Jones is in the chat. Mike who is in the chat. Shout out to Vigo. I haven't seen Vigo today, but he was our Week 10 MVP. We're trying to figure out right now who is going to be our Week 11 MVP. Right now, it is Joseph Hurley. He sent in a $50 super chat. Shout out Joseph Hurley. Can anyone overtake Joseph Hurley to become our Week 11 MVP? Got one more segment left on today's show. Brian Gonzalez, too, is the MVP. He's the NFL MVP. Who's going to be the Dolphins Today MVP today? That's what we're trying to figure out. Brian Gonzalez, shout out to you. We appreciate it. Mike Sansone, I see him. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get on the show. Let me know when we have enough questions here, Chugs. Go. Sounds good to me.
Last call. Last call. Get those questions in. Hashtag Dolphins or Super Chat to get on the show.
Super Chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show.
Hey, hey.
Super Chat like Mo.
Hey.
Get on the show.
Okay.
Super Chat like Mo.
Go, Will.
Get on the show.
Hey, hey.
Super Chat like Mo.
Shake that fin.
Get on the show.
Shake that fin.
Super Chat like Mo.
Shake that.
Get on the show.
Shake that.
Super Chat like Mo.
Hey, hey.
Get on the show. I need some water. Be sure to include Joseph Hurley. Joseph, we'll get you on the show. current Week 11 Super Chat MVP? We'll see, John Ruiz. We'll see, man. Oh, Super Chat Live Mo, get on the show. Super Chat Live Mo, get on the show. Mo, that'll be one of our first questions here. This one? That'll be one of our first questions here, Mo. We appreciate you, man. That'll be one of our first questions. Yep. Dolphins fans, welcome into this edition. We got to restart. I was about to choke on my water. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's Mike Jones, $5 super chat. Who? Mike Jones. Shout out. Hey, we just, we'll do a little Dolphins fight song here in a second, but that's another Dolphins fight song. All right, here we go. Dolphins fans, welcome into this edition of the Dolphins Today mailbag. I am Will Scott answering your questions here on Dolphins Live. If you missed Dolphins Live, we're live every Thursday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Actually going to be live, though, next Thursday's Thanksgiving. We're going to be live on Monday, so stay tuned for the details on that. But Machete54 says, how many Super Bowl, we appreciate the Super Chat, clap it up. How many Super Bowls does Tua need to win to surpass Marino in Dolphins history? If he wins one for us, that's it for me. I watched Marino in person and never have been more excited than this year. I'm with you, man. I feel like if Tua wins one, he's the greatest Dolphin of all time. Because I love Dan the Man. Unfortunately, he never won one. But I'm with you. I feel like if Tua wins a Super Bowl, he is the greatest Dolphin ever. Is worth noting that Dan Marino won one MVP. Tua could potentially win his first MVP in year 3. Super Chat Live Mo, get on the show. We appreciate Mo. He's been one of our Super Chat MVPs today. Do you think the improved run game is putting the all-time receiving record for Tyreek at risk? Now, Super Chat Live Mo, get on the show. We appreciate Mo. Yeah, but like, I would rather have an improved run game than have Tyreek win the all-time receiving record. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't think it should be a hot take. I would rather have a little bit more balance and have the run game really step up than have Tyreek get an individual award. I think he can still do it. He's still on pace to do it, but that's a really good point you have there, Mo. $5 super chat from Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. We appreciate Mike Jones watching the show. Joseph Hurley right now is our Super Chat Week 11 MVP. We really appreciate you. Only worry about Tua and the Buffalo game. Maybe it'll snow like this week. Well, if you missed it, Joseph Hurley, the Bills got scared of the snow in Buffalo and have moved their game to Detroit. So that's something. Dale Benson, is Tua better than Josh Allen? This year? Yeah, the numbers have been better than Josh Allen. Now, is he just the better overall quarterback? That remains to be seen. But this year, yeah, he's been better. You look at the numbers here. Higher completion percentage. Josh has more yards, but Tua missed 2.5 games. Tua's yards per attempt is higher. It's actually the best in the league. Tua's touchdown-interception ratio is far better. Allen right now leads the NFL in interceptions. So I think Tua's had the better year, and Tua right now is ahead of Josh Allen in the MVP race. So, yeah, I think right now that Tua's just been the better quarterback, which is wild, but it's true. Pick a quarterback. Who you got? Type Tua or type Josh down in the comment section. I have a lot of respect for Josh Allen. Great guy, great player, but this year, Tua's been the better quarterback. Carl Jones, above anyone at this point, we must get a kicker or suffer the consequences. I'm with you, Carl Jones, man. The Dolphins absolutely have to bring in some competition for Jason Sanders. Be sure to check out my show from earlier this week where I talked about some Jason Sanders replacements. Cameron Dicker's on the list. Also, Cole Murphy, the best kicker in the USFL. The Elite. Sign Kevin King. Sign Clinton Dix. Sign Eric Fisher. Sign D Ford. Go on a Super Bowl run. You sound like John Ruiz, the very aggressive general manager approach. I like it. Kevin King would be solid. I don't really think we need Eric Fisher anymore. Excuse me. D Ford, maybe, but I do believe that Brennan Scarlett here is the Emmanuel Ogbah replacement. We appreciate the question, the elite. Want to shout out Established Titles. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland. They are helping with global reforestation efforts. It is a project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. Title packs give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Eddleston, Scotland, and an official certificate with the crest. We plant tree with every order and work with global charities such as One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane tickets, dating profiles, etc. Makes for a great last-minute gift. I'm Lord William Scott right now. That's really cool. The first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be right next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. We can build a Dolphins kingdom over there in Eddleston, Scotland. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or lady, we can build our own Dolphins kingdom over there in Scotland. That's really cool. They have a massive early Black Friday sale going on right now. Discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you go to that link and use promo code CHAT, you'll save an extra 10% on the perfect holiday gift. Shoutouts.com/chat, promo code CHAT. Winland Went, one of our most loyal subscribers. We appreciate you. Do you think we should draft a quarterback with Miami's second-round pick? No, because Tua keeps getting hurt and a lot of good quarterbacks. No, I don't think we need to draft a quarterback at all. Our second-round pick's going to be the first selection we have. Plus, when you look at it, Skyler's a pretty good backup, so I don't really think we need to draft a quarterback this year. Tua, I know coming into this year that was a big question. Could the Dolphins draft a quarterback? But right now I feel like Tua has that job locked up for a long time. Paul, 5486. Is the NFL 2020 draft the best quarterback draft since the legendary 83 draft, which brought us multiple Hall of Famers? Man, Joe Burrow is number 1. Tua is number 5. Justin Herbert was number 6. Jalen Hurts was a second-round pick. So, yeah, it's up there, man. It's up there. All those guys have been fantastic. Everyone thought that Tua was the bust there, but no, Tua might be the best quarterback to come out of that class. Jailhouse Rock, top free agent target for the Dolphins. That's an interesting question. I mean, Brennan Scarlett was up there on my list, but, they just signed him, which is good. Top free agent target. Let me think about that. Top free agent target for the Dolphins. I mean, probably Malcolm Butler, maybe. He's up there on my list. I think Malcolm Butler would be pretty solid. Another guy that might be solid, Kevin King is another corner. I would say corner because I don't think Byron Jones is coming back. Who do you want the Dolphins to sign? Let me know down in the comment section which free agent do you think the Dolphins should sign. Lorenzo Flores. Tua's season is being compared to Kurt Warner's best season. Can we put that social up on screen, Chugs? Because Good Morning Football and NFL Network mentioned this morning about the Tua-Kurt Warner comparison. So Kurt Warner 99 had arguably the greatest season ever. Here's what NFL and CBS tweeted. Only 2 players in NFL history have had 3 consecutive games with 275 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a 135 passer rating. Kurt Warner 99 won MVP. And Tua Tagovailoa, which I think he's on track to win MVP right now. Brian Gonzalez, what's up? If Byron were to leave next season, would you draft a corner, sign one, or keep Trill and Kohu? I think Byron's going to come back just because of his contract. I think that, yeah, I'm open to drafting a corner. I think Cater Kohu is the future, and I think Trill Williams is the future. So I'm honestly fine with those 2 guys. Hopefully Trill gets back 100%. Be sure to subscribe for more mailbags, more news, more rumors, more watch parties, and more. We're live every Thursday. We're going to be live next Monday, but stay tuned for more details on that. Joshy, do you think we should get a running back or a cornerback? Mostert's on a 1-year deal. He might leave. I would say running back. Sean Tucker of Syracuse, hopefully available in the second round. Derek Blees, I heard the odds makers still have the Bills winning the AFC. Isn't that crazy? I'm not surprised. I'll take it, though. I like being the underdog, Derek. I like being the underdog. I like being doubted and disrespected. Wendell Witt, do you think the 2023 draft has the best quarterbacks in this draft over any other draft? Before the season, I would have said yeah, but Tyler Van Dyke's been a massive disappointment. He might not even get drafted anymore. Will Levis has been disappointing. Anthony Richardson been disappointing. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young have been good, but after those two, there's a pretty big drop-off. So the 2020 draft, it doesn't really compete with that right now. Jared Duran, Mike McDaniel should 100% be Coach of the Year for how Tua has improved. Right now, he's fourth in the odds, but he definitely is my Coach of the Year right now. Taking a look here at the odds list, Sirianni's first, which is fine. I get it. The Eagles have been good. Dable's been great. Kevin O'Connell's been great. Mike McDaniel right now fourth. But you're right. I mean, he saved Tua's career, man. Brian Flores did not support Tua, did not build around Tua. Now you have a coach that has supported Tua, that has built his offense around Tua. We're so grateful for Mike McDaniel, man. I'm sure Tua is as well. Did y'all watch the mic'd up Tua and the comparisons to when he was mic'd up with Flo and when he's mic'd up with Mike? Pretty big difference. Duke Tomlinson, trade Gesicki next season. Well, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent unless we tag him, so I think Gesicki's gone. Zoe, we appreciate the question. How does having Wilson now and getting Mostert going affect Hill getting to 2,000 yards, and will Tua throw for over 4,000 yards with a good run game? Yeah, we got to ask that question earlier. I do think it will affect Hill getting to the record, but like if that's what it takes to have a good run game, so be it. I don't think it's going to affect Tua's yardage as much, though, maybe. Guys, be sure to follow me on Twitter at WillScott44. If you did not get a question on this mailbag, you can DM me on Twitter or Instagram at WillScott44 on Twitter at WillyFins on IG. We appreciate everyone watching. Man, I'm really congested, guys. I'm sorry. My allergies have been terrible. I don't know if you could tell, Charlie. My allergies have been terrible. No, it's every 3 weeks now. Yeah, brutal. Shout out to Vigo. He was our Week 10 MVP. Let's put up who is our Week 11 MVP right now, Chugs. Joseph Hurley right now is our Week 11 MVP with a $50 super chat. We appreciate Joseph Hurley. We'll see if someone can overtake that, but I think Joseph Hurley right now on track to be our Week 11 super chat MVP. We really appreciate Joseph Hurley. Thanks so much, Joseph, for supporting the channel. All right, guys, shot clock time. We'll continue to answer your questions and stay live. We'll get some super chats. Otherwise, we got to bounce. 2 minutes on the shot clock. 2 minutes on the shot clock. Oh, we owe them a Dolphins fight song. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. They're in the air, they're on the ball, they're always in control. And when you say Miami,
You're talking Super Bowl, cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number one.
Hey, cause we're the
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins number one.
Shout out everyone watching. 1:20 on the shot clock. We get some supers. We'll stay alive. We're $50 away from another beer bong. $50 away from another beer bong.
And here we go.
Lorenzo Flores, I appreciate you tuning in. Happy you're having a good time. Happy you're having a good time. 1 minute on the shot clock. We'll stay alive. We get some supers. Otherwise, we got to bounce.
Bounce.
Super chat like Mo. Get on the show. 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 That's already a top 5 song on Dolphins Day.
It's a banger.
The Vigo song. Jose Mora. It's a great one. Denithia's song is great.
Denithia.
What other songs do we have here? 20 seconds on the shot clock.
What's Calton's?
AJ Calton. AJ Calton. AJ. And then
Fear the Kilts is Legendary.
Fear the Kilts is really good. And then Candy Cane, the West Virginia fam, when they join us.
Fear the kilt, 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 fear the kilt.
You love to see it.
Great. Great song.
All right,
guys.
We're going to head out.
We got to head out. No supers came in. Thank you all for watching today. Very eventful.
That was a fun show. A lot of fun. 4-segment show. Chugs, you're the man. Appreciate you making that happen. Joseph Hurley, hope to see you next
Our
week.
MVP.
We appreciate Joseph Hurley, our Week
MVP.
11 MVP. Clap it up for Joseph, our Week 11 MVP. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. This has been Jimmy Chugs and Willy Beans. We'll see y'all on Monday. We're going live on Monday because it's Thanksgiving next week. So going live Monday. Stay tuned for the details on that.